I always wanted to quit porn for such a long time. It's like I kept relapsing, and I got to the stage where I was like, porn's so shit for me. You know what? I'm gonna stop being a little bitch, and I'm gonna actually try to quit this. I'm gonna try to get off it, just like tomorrow, boom, off, gone, never again. The problem was that's super unrealistic because this is a genuine addiction, and I was living a shit life. Like I was living a shit, sad life. Wasn't doing anything really fulfilling full in my life. So I was gaming. I was playing, like I said, gaming video games. I was watching porn. I wasn't doing. I was occasionally going to the gym, but I wasn't doing anything meaningful. I wasn't doing anything that I actually woke up every day with a smile on my face. So I kept relapsing, and because I kept relapsing, I kept looking back and feeling sad that I kept relapsing. So it's like you've probably had this before where you try to quit and then you relapse and you feel so shit that you've relapsed that you relapse like 3 or 4 times that day, and then maybe it sometimes continues throughout the week. So the reason I'm saying this is you and me, we are like, I was addicted, you are heavily addicted. It's not something easy to just quit. It's not something easy so you can just stop watching it today, you know? It's like, oh, today I'm fed up with it. I'm just going to quit it. You have to think of it like, can a person that does cocaine a couple of times a day, each day, do you think he can just quit tomorrow? Most likely not, because he's going to have all these withdrawal symptoms and he's going to just crave for crack. So the way to get rid of this cocaine, I'm not an expert with cocaine, I'm just using it as an analogy for porn. The way we get rid of this is we're going to feed the guy less and less crack every single day. So maybe if he's been consuming crack 4 times a day, each day, maybe he'll only have it twice for a week. And then the next week, he might only have it once a week. Like once a day a week. So every single day, but only once a week. Once a day. And then maybe we're going to lower the dosage. So we're going to give him less crack. And then maybe a couple of weeks later, we're going to give him even less cocaine. So it maybe works out he only gets to snort cocaine 2 times a week. Couple of weeks later, he's doing it once a week. Couple of weeks later, he's doing it once a month. Then it's on special occasions. And then he's like, fuck it, I don't even need cocaine in my life anymore. So this is literally the same thing with porn. Is you've had an addiction for a couple of years, maybe more, maybe 7 years, maybe 5 years, This is genuinely like a long thing we're talking about. So you can't just quit it tomorrow. You have to lower the volume. There's a thing that I've said and I've heard a lot of people say is deloading the weight. When you go to the gym, okay, let's say you've never gone to the gym, okay? Or let's say I've never gone to the gym and I go to the gym and I want to bench press 100 kg. And let's say if I don't press 100 kg, what am I going to do? Just walk out of the gym and never go there ever again? Or am I going to be like, okay, you know what, my ego's hurt, I'm going to lower the weight probably to 30 or 40 kg. And then eventually, week by week, I'm going to build that up by adding more weight. And then eventually, I'm going to hit 100 kg. So it's the exact same thing with porn. But porn's the opposite. You're going to be deloading the weight instead of putting more and more and more. So, we can do this by... I'm going to set you a straight example that you can do is if you're watching porn every single day, okay, cut out porn, go to images. I know this is going to be very, not controversial, but you're going to probably not believe me, not think this works. But the reason I'm saying this is I've tried a lot of things to quit porn when I was trying to quit, and none of them really worked. So, if you can stop watching porn and maybe just go to images, or just watch some videos of girls undressing or some shit like that, okay? Not porn. You want to stay away from, because it's genuinely gay. It's actually gay. You're basically watching someone fuck the girl you want to fuck, and you're ejaculating to that. So you're basically making a cuck out of yourself. So when the actual situation comes, you'd rather watch someone pipe your girl than you being the one piping her. So just deload it, bro. Like, it's that simple. Start by not watching porn, just looking at images, blah, blah, blah. If you do it every single day, yeah, keep doing it every single day for this week with girls, not porn. If you are already like a step further and you're just relapsing to girls, photos, blah, blah, tone it down. Maybe just do it like 4 times a week. Instead of 7 days a week, maybe 4 times a week. Next week, you're going to cut out the girls, or if that's too hard still, you're going to lower it down to maybe 3 days. So it's not, the graph isn't exponential. It's not going to go like straight down like this, but it's going to go more like slowly until you eventually quit porn. So yes, you have to kind of put your ego to the side. You can't expect that you're just going to quit tomorrow, because yes, you'll probably do that for a week, maybe 2, and then you're going to be back at step 1. So you have to get away from it. So like I said, deload it. Maybe if you can, and this will be fantastic, just do it to your imagination. Do it to your imagination and just do it less and less and less throughout the week. I have made a full nofap guide on this. That is the top link in the description. If you want to join, there's a course video on that and everything. And there's another thing where you can get one-on-one coaching from that as well. Now, the next thing I want to say is you're probably not living a fulfilled, fun life. You go home, you're sad, you play video games, you eat junk food, you're not happy where you are, you scroll on social media, you're lying in bed feeling shit, feeling depressed, then you go watch porn, you relapse, and then you go lie in bed feeling how shit you are that you just relapsed. That's probably your life, to sum it up. Now, if this is your life, you have such a big reason to change. You have such a big reason. Once you change your life, porn's not really going to be there, because you're living this shit life. You need to have fulfillment in yourself, in your life. So go outside. If you can, go hang out with some friends of yours. Go to the gym. Start going gym every single day. Go to the beach. I don't know. Go socialize with your friends. Go climb somewhere. Go on some fancy dinner with your mate or something. Just do something that's going to give you fulfillment. Something so that at the end of the day, when you go to bed, you can be like, okay, I did this today and I'm feeling pretty happy about it. Instead of lazing around, playing video games, doing jack shit. Because believe me, having a shit life is literally a symptom of watching porn. Next thing is, find your purpose and work on it. It can be a job if you want to, but I've found that when I have something, when I have my purpose, I put my time into, I put my energy into. I don't even think about lust or anything. This will literally distract your brain the most. It is gonna distract it. So like I said, you're not gonna think about it. I don't think about porn. I don't think about lust when I'm working, because generally I don't even think about porn. I've gotten to a stage where it's something that doesn't interest me anymore. It's more like talking to a female or doing something, escalating from there, than just thinking about consuming porn, because I know it's going to get me absolutely nowhere. So if you haven't found your purpose, you can find that by literally journaling about it. Maybe it'll take you some time, but do something meaningful in your life. Do something that you enjoy. If you want to become a pilot, become a pilot. Work on that. Work on the progress. Stop putting it aside. Stop thinking you're going to do it in a couple of years. Stop doing something else. Work on that. because that's going to distract your brain, meaning you're not going to think about porn as much. And in the times you do, you'll just overcome it by doing other things. Thinking of something happy, having a laugh, it's going to get that last thought out of your brain. Now, the last thing, I put this last because this is probably going to be the most helpful advice. And if you implement this, porn's probably not going to be in your life anymore. And it is literally as simple as talk to girls, go on dates, and maybe even fuck. The reason you relapse is, like I said, there's nothing fun, fulfilling in your life. You can get there by socializing with friends. You can get there by brotherhood. You can get there by working on your purpose. You can get there through a lot of different things. But a main reason is you have to talk to girls. Having feminine energy around you is going to completely change the dynamic of what you're in. It's like a woman entering your life, your brain's gonna be more occupied on her than porn. Now, I don't mean fantasize about a girl and, if you go out with her, keep thinking about her, because logically you're gonna lose her. If you want to be that like alpha sort of guy, you gotta kind of not give a shit about her, give her the red pill experience and all that shit. But I more mean like when girls are in your life, you're not going to think about porn or anything. So I'm going to give you a scenario. I was supposed to go on this date with this one girl, and I was thinking about her sometimes. And then I was supposed to, I was messaging this other girl to like go out or something. And then I was in a club and I kissed a girl. My first time I went to the club, I pulled a girl. That was funny. And the first girl that I was supposed to go out with, my brain forgot about her. My brain just naturally forgot about her. And then when the time came to go out with her, I was busy that day. I was working, and I was like, I knew that my younger self would be like, okay, no, we got to stop working. We got to stop doing this. We got to go on a date with her. And I was like, kind of can't be bothered. So I literally just messaged her, sorry, I'm still busy. Can't do, maybe another time, blah, blah, blah. And that's the same thing with porn, is when you have girls in your life, you're not going to think about girls. You're going to think more about those girls. Yes, of course, then there's going to be a problem when you're going to start pedestalizing those women, blah, blah, but that's probably for another video. I'm probably not the best at explaining like the whole red pill and everything, but talk to more girls. Go out with them maybe once a week. If you're working on your life, socializing with your friends, blah, blah, and you have a date once a week, that's completely fine, because that's going to boost your confidence and it's going to boost your work future as well. And I guarantee if you go on a date once a week and it's not something like you're getting fucked over or cucked, and you're genuinely just doing it for like fun or to connect or something, I guarantee you're not going to think of porn. Obviously, you need to follow the other steps I made and everything, but porn's going to be like the less and less of a problem in your life, put it that way. Hope you can take something out of this video, implement it in your life, and quit porn. Like I said again, top link in the description, that's my NoFap course. See ya.